Hello, and welcome to The Marty Show. I am your host, Marty Milquetoast. This is my show. I have been hosting entertainment things for years, and now I'm hosting my own podcast. This is a podcast that's all about entertainment. I'm talking to entertainers and getting a little peek behind the curtain into their lives and what makes them tick. And I'm very excited for episode 2 here. My producer told me that I need to do this, a monologue. And I am doing that. And I am supposed to tell jokes, but I do not have any jokes ready. So I'm going to instead answer the question, why? Why am I doing a podcast? Many people have asked me this, sometimes with tears in their eyes, sometimes grabbing my lapels and shaking me and screaming, why, over and over again. Well, the reason for this podcast is a simple one. The other day, I was opening my mail and I got something from the government, and the government said that I had to have a podcast. You see, when you're a white male over a certain age, it is expected and required that you do a podcast. So that's where I am. There's nothing I can do about it. I've got to do this podcast. They were expecting a podcast from a straight white male, but I can only accommodate so much. But that's why I'm doing a podcast, because the government is forcing me to. So let's make it as entertaining as possible, right? Yeah. We're going to. In episode 2, I am going to have some fun with one of my favorite burlesque performers. So let's get on with the show, shall we? And now we start the podcast with our set of questions: who, what, where, when, why, how. So we start with who.
Who am I?
Who are you?
Who are you?
What are you doing in my studio?
Oh my God, how did I get here? Hello. My name is Ginger Darlin. I am a burlesque performer out of Savannah, Georgia. I am Savannah's best burlesque performer for the years 2025 and 2026. I am a nationally titled burlesque performer. And I love to travel around the United States and spread the word of body diversity. Me reading my bio. Me. I finally get to host myself. But yeah, anyway,
Host
that's
yourself.
me.
Well, thank you. There we go. Host yourself. This is a professionally done podcast. So we got the who.
Fantastic.
Now for the what. What made you want to be a performer?
I don't know if there was ever like a trigger moment that I was like, what makes you want to be a performer? I kind of just came out of the womb like being a complete ham.
Sure.
And I'm a Leo, so hey, it's written in the stars, I guess. But I started dance when I was 3 years old. So it just kind of was always in my veins. I never like was ever one of those kids with like stage fright. I was just like, a stage, here I come.
So you were a dance kid.
Yes.
You have a dance mom?
I sure did have a dance mom, and I just saw her
the dance mommiest of dance moms?
She was like probably the perfect dance mom because like it was very similar to the show, I guess, the way that like everything worked, and like how hardcore everything was. But the moms were all, for the most part, pretty okay. My mom was really normal, and she was the mom like everybody wanted to come over my house because she made pancakes in the morning after sleepovers. Chocolate chip, always, never plain. So yeah, my mom was cool.
Nice.
But yeah, it was a very intense dance upbringing.
But it was you wanting to do the dance, not your mother shoving you into dance.
Totally. We tried a bunch of different things. Like I tried gymnastics at first, but like think about me trying to do like a forward roll, dog. It's just not gonna happen. So we tried dance next, and like that is what stuck pretty much up until I was 13.
All right. Very good.
Mhm.
So, where was your first performance?
My first performance would probably be, I guess, like my first dance recital when I was like 3 years old. Which I'm sure my father still has on the camcorder somewhere. But my dad was a camcorder dad. He was always like,
Sure.
yep. But I'm pretty sure it was my first dance recital. It was in 2004, I think. And not to age myself or anything. I was 3 years old or 4 years old. I was 4 years old.
We want to know how old I was in 2004?
Oh God,
Because
no.
we don't.
We shouldn't tell him. So yeah, it was my first dance recital. I think I was a tap and jazz moment. No, tap and ballet moment. Tap was a very happy unbirthday from
Uh-huh.
Alice in Wonderland. We wore little party hats. And then I think the ballet was Rainbow Connection by
Oh,
Kermit the Frog.
by Kermit the Frog. Uh, do you actually remember this performance?
I've seen like footage of it. I've seen the footage of it. I don't ever remember, like, I don't remember that far back being on stage.
I was gonna say.
I do remember when you are like that little and you're doing dance recitals, your dance teacher or usually stand on either side of the stage. So like I remember like looking over and then being like, you don't need to, you know what you're doing. Very good. Like, so yeah.
Very nice. Nice. What do you know? What's the first one you actually remember without video surveillance?
I think one of my first like competitions I remember, because like I used to do competitive dance, was in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and it was at this hotel called The Host, and I was doing, ready for this full circle moment,
I'm ready.
my jazz dance that I was doing was to Supermodel by RuPaul,
Oh,
and I
nice.
was 5 years old. And there are people that were in that dance with me that I am still best friends with to this day.
Nice.
So dance brings the girls close together.
That song from RuPaul came out when I was in high school. And I remember seeing the video to this and going, that lady's hot. That's a true story. I was very dumb. Still am.
Smartest man alive.
All right. So, when did you feel like a real performer? When did you get on stage and was like, yes, this is it?
I think because it's like felt so much like a second nature to me. I always just considered, I guess, like my performer self to be synonymous with my actual self.
Ah,
So when I felt like a real performer, I think might have been my first festival that I did. It was in Tulsa,
uh-huh.
Oklahoma. It was the Tulsa Burlesque Festival, and I remember sitting in the airport, in the Savannah airport, like looking at my suitcase with like my costume in it, and I was like, oh my God, I'm traveling somewhere because somebody who has no idea who I am, like, booked me to travel to dance and perform and do exactly the thing that I love
Uh-huh.
and that I want to make a living off of
And then pay you for it.
and then pay me for it. That was not paid. Usually
Oh,
festivals are not paid.
oh,
Sometimes they are,
I
and
don't.
shout out. But this particular one was not paid. But I was still like, oh my gosh, I'm going to a different state, somewhere I've never been before in my whole
Mhm.
life, to perform, and that's crazy. So that was probably when I was like, oh my God, this
That's
might be a thing. This might be
nice.
this might be something.
Nice. All right. So why do you keep doing it?
It is the only thing that I love. No, it's just like, when you realize like, oh, this is the reason I'm alive. Like this is the reason why I wake up every morning and
Mm-hmm.
and go do my day job and get paid so I can go travel to these gigs and
It's the thing that feeds your soul.
yes.
Yeah.
And the fact that I get to do it like this and that I'm sort of like trying to climb my way and build my way into the burlesque community at large, nationally, internationally, is like also sort of fuels like, hey, you're doing this and you're good at it whoa. And it's working.
Nice.
And so I keep doing it because I literally have to. It's what I eat, sleep, and breathe. And dance has always like sort of just found its way back to me. So
Sure.
it's this time when it like reached out and just slapped me in the face. I was like, hey, can we not trying to give this up again? Like,
Yeah.
can we please just go do it? Like,
Nice.
whatever.
Now, you have been performing in burlesque for how long?
I've been doing burlesque since 2020,
So
about 6-ish.
almost 6 years, yeah.
Yeah.
So that you've done a lot in a short amount of time.
Yeah, I'm very grateful. I have a lot of people to thank. I have my mentors to thank. And just like, once you set your mind to like, oh, I'm doing this,
Uh-huh.
like I'm gonna make my little goals as I go and just keep it pushing.
Nice. Nice. All right. So how do you, I think you kind of answered this already.
Oh.
How do you balance your performer life and your pedestrian life?
I draw a lot of strong boundaries in my day job.
Sure.
Because of course we have to work regular people jobs to fund everything that we're doing. So I work a 9 to 5, not a 9 to 5. I work day and night, whatever. I work a full-time job, and it is hard to balance the two, especially with having to like travel and go places and take off time and like,
Right.
whatever. So I do try to draw pretty strong boundaries with my day job because I'm out here, I'm doing exactly what I want to be doing. And I want to make it clear that like this is my career and this is what feeds my soul, like you
Right.
said. So even though this is what pays my bills, I can get another job.
Right.
I can get another job. And
Get
it'll be
another job that doesn't feed your soul.
exactly.
Yeah.
So,
I get it.
strong boundaries with the people in charge, I guess.
That is the end of the who, what, where, when, why, how. So now we move to the next section of the show. The performer horror story.
Bum, bum, bum.
This is where you tell me the most catastrophic performance you have had or have seen, or both. I enjoy hearing them all.
Okay. Picture this.
Sicily.
Sicily. Yeah. No. So picture this.
Uh-huh.
New York City,
Uh-huh.
2017. I am doing what every theater kid wants to do
Uh-huh.
and tries to do, and that is auditioning for Juilliard for college. Now, for those who are not familiar, Juilliard is a big deal. One of the biggest deals. And their class that they bring in every year is like 8 people for the acting program. So I thought that I was gonna be one of those 8 people. And so
And why wouldn't you?
I had to audition for Juilliard. Hell yeah. So to audition, you have to have like 40 monologues memorized. No, you had to have like 2 Shakespeare, 2 modern, and
Ugh.
like something else.
Ugh.
And so I was like,
That's a lot.
I consider myself to be a triple threat. I'm a great singer. I'm a great dancer. My acting could use some work, and that's okay. That is my weakest link on that like trifecta of things that I can kind of do. So of course, me, I was like, oh, acting, pff, got it. 17 years old. Okay, amazing. If you know anything about performers, especially burlesque performers, we like to do everything last minute.
It's true.
I am going to be rhinestoning a costume until I walk on stage, and that is just the way that it is. So I actually am like that in pretty much all facets. So it's the night before the Juilliard audition. I'm in a hotel room with my mom in Newark, New Jersey, and I'm like, well, time to memorize my monologues. Time to memorize my monologues. So I'm like sitting in the bathroom and I'm like, I got this. I'm like, bro, this is so easy. Me trying to memorize Shakespeare, like, I'm like, yeah, I got it. Tomorrow, they're gonna love me. I'm moving on. I'm gonna be one of the 8. And then so the next day I had to be there at 10 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like everybody was like separated into these big dance studio rooms, and there's like a million people there. And I'm like, absolutely, what are you? I'll probably be in here for 2-3 hours. No big deal. They start calling names off, whatever. My government last name begins with a Z.
Ooh.
And so it became evident to me around hour 4 that they were going in ABC order. So of course, like I spend like 5 or 6 hours going over my monologue and going over them again and freaking myself out and being like going over it too much. I passed the confidence point and went into like psycho. Like went into like, oh, I've never seen these a day in my fucking life. So finally, I'm the last fucking person in the room, and they call me, and I go in, and like the only thing that I can remember is that like my vision was spotty. I hadn't eaten in like 6 hours, and for a bitch like me, that's crazy. No snack, no nothing. And I just remember I had like straight across bangs, and my bangs were so sweaty, they were just like matted to my face at that point. And I walk in a fucking jean jacket. Where's a jean jacket? Fucking Juliard audition. Walk in. I go to shake the adjudicator's hands, and literally in warm up that morning, the first thing that they said was, "Do not try to shake our hands, please. That is disgusting." And I give them like a, oh, psych. And then they asked me to begin my Shakespearean monologue, and I thought I was so cool doing a monologue from Titus Andronicus. Why would you audition for Juilliard with the monologue from Titus Andronicus? I don't know. I thought I was super cool though doing it, and like gender bending,
edgy,
being like, yeah, this is so cool. No, this is so like niche. Nobody knows about this. And so I'm like, hi, yes, my name, and I will be performing a Shakespearean monologue from Titus Andromedon. Which, if you're not familiar, is a character from the show The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, and not the title of a Shakespearean play that I was supposed to be reading a monologue for.
Oh.
So that actually just kind of that slingshotted into a fucking nightmare audition where like I forgot everything. I said the monologue, but I said it completely out of order, and there was like a line taped down on the floor, and I didn't even look at the adjudicators. I was just walking the line back and forth, trying to think of the fucking Shakespearean. I'm talking about like that, what goes on in that play, like eating kids and shit, like just like absolutely just horrible shit. And I finally get through it, and I walk my way back to the middle of the line, and I'm like, there's no possible way that they want me to continue. There's no possible way they're gonna send me out. And they said, okay, what did you bring for your contemporary monologue? It's like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I'm like looking at the door, like I could just run. I could run. And I was like, no, this is Juilliard, and this is your fault. So you need to do this. So
made your bed.
I don't remember the second monologue I did. I don't even remember like what the fucking play was called. And I didn't remember when they asked me what the play was called. So I said, yeah, I'm doing a monologue from this character from the play I said the wrong name, and they were like, "Oh, you mean this one?" And I said, "Yeah, that one." And then the same thing happened, except this monologue I didn't really even know any of the words. So I was just like, it got to a point where I was just walking that line in silence. And then I like
silence,
like I was,
you weren't even like
trying to
not even improvising nonsense. You were just in silence.
I'm about to black out. Like I'm about to black out. God. And I wish I would have blacked out because I remember all of it so vividly. Just walking the line, and then finally like I remembered the last couple words, and I was like, thank you so much for your time, have a good day. And fucking audition room, and I went downstairs, and I didn't even cry because I just knew. I was like, you fucking idiot, you knew exactly what was about to go down. And my mom was like, how was it? And I was like, it was horrible. And she was like, no, I'm sure. And every day, to this day, every time I tell that story, everybody that talks to me is like, no, seriously, like there was no way it was that bad. And to this day, only me and the 4 adjudicators in that audition room knew just how fucking bad that was.
And they are also still telling this story.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
That is a great performer horror story.
Yes.
The next section is the shout out. This is where you have a chance to talk about a performer that you are obsessed with or interested in or just want everyone to know about.
Perfect.
So now do that.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Okay, so I guess firstly, I would like to shout out a local performer that goes by the name of Arabica Black.
Oh, yes.
Fantastic performer. I'm so excited to see what they will be doing in the future. They are now starting to travel a little bit and join me on the road outside of Savannah, which of course is a wonderful city to perform in, but we find so much more inspiration traveling around and seeing what else is going on out there.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised. There's a lot of cool stuff going on. But shout out to her. Not only is she a fantastic, incredible performer that is critically acclaimed, she is also a fantastic person. And is the first person to always be there for you, no matter what. And is the first person to invite you into her home and cook for you.
Ooh.
Or I guess the second person, because I would consider myself to be the first person to do that. But
yet I haven't eaten at either of your homes.
Wow. Okay. Well, we'll talk. We'll talk later. But
Big
yeah.
deal.
No, it's okay.
No,
Hey,
it's fine.
hey, look at me. It's okay. We haven't gotten there yet. Rabica Black, by the way. Is fantastic. Love her. I guess another performer that you know what? No. Today is May 13th, correct?
Sure.
The day that we're filming this. Today is May 13th. So today is International Black Burlesque Day. So I would like to give a shout out to all of the BIPOC, Black, Brown burlesque performers.
Yes.
Because y'all are doing the thing, and y'all have to get up every day and do the thing. And you know, there's discourse always, whatever, but I am so supportive of all of my Black brothers and sisters doing burlesque, and today is a very special day for them. So the floor is theirs. Shout out.
Nice.
Happy Black Burlesque Day.
Yes. If you're interested in burlesque and performers, I highly recommend seeking out performers, especially POC performers. There's so much amazing stuff out there.
Mm-hmm.
And if you find one performer on like Instagram, just see who they follow.
Yes.
Just keep taking it out wider and wider and wider, because there's amazing performance out
also
there.
I guess if we're talking about this, just a quick shout out to Bella Sin in Ohio. They are a fantastic resource for if you would like to learn literally anything about burlesque.
Right.
They have a lot of online courses, just ranging from basics to branding yourself to, because we got to do it all. I mean, to history, burlesque history, and all of the Black and Brown legends that you know paved the way for burlesque to be what it is today. Bella Sin CLE on Instagram, where you can find their like link tree and their website. And please take a look at all their resources. They work really hard on
I
that.
believe I'm thinking of the right person with Bella Sin. I believe Bella Sin has a podcast about the history of burlesque. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, edit that out, please. Marty's poll. Everybody looks forward to Marty's poll.
Slipping and slide.
So, are you ready to take Marty's poll?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to give you Marty's poll.
Okay.
My poll.
I'm clenched.
What is your go-to snack?
Go-to snack, mostly always savory. I cannot have chips in my house. I cannot have Cheez-Its or Pringles in my house. It is not allowed. I have no control. Salt and vinegar chips are the most recent thing, which is crazy because when I was a kid, I used to like absolutely despise salt and vinegar chips, and it would make me like sensory weird to like be around them. But now I can't stop. So salt and vinegar chips and those little pretzel thins,
Oh, I
the
love those
pretzel
pretzel
thins,
thins. Yeah.
either Parmesan garlic or buffalo,
Nice.
depending on how I'm feeling. I've been having some heartburn lately though, so chilling on the buffalo. Uh, so
There you go.
here we go.
All right. So what is your dream like show scenario?
My dream show scenario.
Like your dream performance, where that would
Okay.
be or what that
So as I have been going through and like achieving my little goals, I love to set sort of like achievable goals for myself
Sure.
within like, it gives me something to look forward to
Mhm.
because of course every like burlesque performer, not I don't want to speak for everybody, but most burlesque performers sort of look at BHOF or the Burlesque Hall of Fame sort of like Disneyland,
Mm-hmm.
and Miss Exotic World is Cinderella, and a lot of it's like a lot of like, oh, I want to be a rock star, like I want to be Hannah Montana when I grow up, I want to be Miss Exotic World when I grow up. So obviously that's like over there, and I'd love to get there someday. But the next goal personally for me, my next dream show scenario is to probably perform in either New Orleans or in uh like Vegas in some capacity.
Mm-hmm.
Like there are a lot of different festivals in Vegas. It's not just BHOF. There's Miss Viva Las Vegas. There's Sin City. So I would love to perform over there next, or in California, or just like kind of make my way. I've been
Right.
scooting through the Midwest, trying to make my way over all the way to the West. So I would say, and New Orleans, obviously, there are so many amazing, incredible legends that are working there right now. So I would love to go and see what they got going on over there. But I actually just achieved one of my mini goals.
Yes.
So like these are my next goals, but I just got accepted into the Ohio Burlesque Festival.
Boom.
Boom. Hey, Cleveland, what's good? I will be there the weekend of my birthday, which is so exciting.
Yeah.
I'm performing on that Saturday night, which is like the final show
Nice.
on my birthday.
Nice.
And I've been trying to get into that festival for like 5 years. So
Oh, very cool.
that was like the next goal. So now it's like, oh, let's bump it up. Let's go to New Orleans. Let's go to California. And then we just kind of keep
one step closer to Miss Exotic World.
Exactly. And then one day I'll be like, oh shit, the next goal is Miss Exotic World, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
Let's see. What well, no. Not what.
Nope.
I'm a professional. Have you ever had a celebrity encounter?
Yes.
Can you tell us about that?
Well, my first celebrity encounter was when I met JoJo and Reagan at the Mix 1065 booth in Baltimore, Maryland.
Yeah.
My favorite radio hosts when I was 6.
Oh.
So, the celebrities started like sticking to me quite early.
Oh, sure.
People could detect the star power. It is what it is. Okay.
They're drawn to you.
One of my favorite celebrity encounters though was last June. I met my ultimate, my dream woman, who also is me as an older person. Lisa Ann Walter of The Parent Trap and Abbott Elementary fame. I'm looking at you. I'm gonna look right at her when I'm saying this.
I'm sure she's watching.
She's definitely watching. Stop. She's watching it. She knows. But I met her at her comedy show last June, and it was really cool, and I talked her ear off, and she has like connections with SCAD. So she like knows about Savannah, and so like, I talked her little ear off, whatever. And I frequently frequent her DMs because I have a number, a Melissa Schmenti number that I performed at Stand Up Strip Down, hosted by Marty Milktoast and Hot Dog. And have a number, so I've been like sending her clips of that or whatever. She reposts my story sometimes, like it's really no big deal. And I just saw her in Heather's this past weekend. She didn't stage door though.
Oh no.
which is crazy because I saw the matinee and I waited out there and I had a CD. Are you familiar with the movie Shall We Dance
Yes.
with J-Lo?
Yeah.
Okay, she's in that.
Is she?
She's blonde in that though.
Oh.
She's the dancer, the loud,
Okay.
the me of the freaking.
I said I'm familiar with it. I didn't say I watched it.
Right, exactly. So
No
I brought a
offense.
little CD,
Uh-huh.
an actual one, from that movie, the motion picture soundtrack, whatever. I brought that with me because I was
That's
like,
amazing.
she's gonna see that and be like, oh, she knows that's niche. She knows. She knows. And she
She's
stage
really a fan.
she
Yeah.
didn't stage door for the matinee, and then so my mom and I saw Death Becomes Her that night. I saw that show for the third time. I have a problem. It's okay. We'll move past it. But we saw Death Becomes Her, and at bows, I was like, we gotta go run over and try again. So at bows, like they're bowing, and I'm like running out of the Lawn Fontaine. I don't run. Look at me. I don't run. We ran all the way back over to New World Stages, and by that time, like we got there, and everything was already done already, and I was like, you gotta be fucking on me right now. And so, my mom is like me, but my mom, and she was like, no, we're gonna wait because they said that she didn't even leave yet, so we're gonna wait. And I was like, no, it's okay. We don't like. It's not that big of a deal. Like I met her before, it's fine. And so I'm like just trying to order weed on Weed Map. Like the dispensary's down the street, and I'm trying to order weed, and my mom is like standing directly next to the door, like being so obvious about it. And I'm like, okay, cool. And so like an hour later, I was like, hey, we gotta go pick up the weed. We gotta go pick up the weed. We gotta go. So yeah, that's my favorite celebrity encounter. That's my woman.
Oh, she's amazing. And a beautiful woman.
Well, yes.
Beautiful woman. All right. What is your favorite quote?
Yeah, baby. Guess what? Got one.
Good.
So
Ginger's prepared for this almost as though we already recorded an entire podcast and I forgot to press record.
And I'm feeling like I'm leaving things out and I'm getting really insecure about it. But okay.
You're doing great.
I remember.
You're being fantastic.
So my quote for today is David Lynch in Twin Peaks said, "Fix your hearts or die." And I love that quote.
Yeah.
Because it just sort of encapsulates really everything I'm about in every facet of my life in the world at large right now. It's giving that. It's giving fix your heart or die.
Yeah.
Because like, come on. And if you are not familiar, that quote is in a show where he was talking in reference to a detective that was once a man that is now a woman. So fix your hearts or die. I told all of the detectives in there when you came out to fix your hearts or die. So it's just very that. It's like take us as we are, or like not die. David Lynch, I think about you every day, man. But take us as we are, because like, y'all need to get it together. Y'all need to fix yourselves, or we are all going to explode.
There you go.
That being said.
I don't remember your other quote when we did this the first time.
Good.
But it was not stupid, but it wasn't quite as potent.
Well, I'm just great.
What's a movie or show that you could watch forever?
Oh, last time I started talking about David Lynch too. I'm about to start David Lynch maxing, as the kids would say. I love anything that David Lynch has put out into the world, because mostly I love one of his last movies was Inland Empire. And it was a 3-hour movie that was like non-linear plot. It's like about, the whole thing is about Laura Dern. Laura Dern is on camera for pretty much the entire 3 hours. And it was just this movie that he wanted to make because he was good friends with Laura Dern and he thought that she was the best actress in the whole world. And so he made this 3-hour long movie about her being an actress. But then like the lines of like her part and her real life start to blur, and like it just turns into like this big like acid trip. of like craziness, and nobody gets it. You finished the 3 hour long movie that you sat through and you were like, what the fuck actually just happened? And you go through like the 12 stages of grief while you're like watching it because you're like, what is this? I'm not locked in. Yes, I am. And I admired that, like, when you're like in a dream and you kind of just like jump from one scene to another,
right?
like
Yeah,
you're here and then you turn around and you're somewhere else, and
yeah.
something that he was able to like capture that visually, not in a dream. And I was like, oh, I get it. It feels like how like a dream moves, but I admire it because David Lynch was the first person to not give a fuck about what he put out into the world. He put it out because he liked it, he thought it was cool,
Right.
and he knew that regardless of how fucking weird anything that he did was, it was going to resonate with somebody.
Right.
And so I have always like kind of taken that as like, it does not matter when you're like thinking of an act. Sometimes you're like, this is fucking dumb. Performing to Money by Pink Floyd as Mr. Krabs,
That's
which
a
is
great
an act that I
I've
do.
seen it.
When I first started thinking about that, I was like, this is stupid. Like, who, like, whatever. I'm just like gonna, whatever. But turns out that was the act that won me my first like national title. So, I think that's why I admire him, because no matter what you create your brand, create your aesthetic, and
Yeah.
put it out there, because even if you think it's niche or weird or nobody's gonna like it, somebody is gonna resonate with it. Somebody's gonna resonate with it. I resonated with that 3 hour fucking train wreck kind of a movie.
Right.
So like somebody's gonna resonate with it. So be true to your art, kids.
Be true to your art, kids. What is a challenge you've overcome that you're proud of?
Um, I think in like burlesque wise, um, a big challenge that I've always had is my size. And I think while we all still have work to do on ourselves, of course, I think I'm very close to conquering and being like 100% comfortable in my skin on stage. I think we're at like a 90 right now.
Good.
We're at like an
That's
85,
really,
90. I don't want to give myself too much credit, but
really good.
um because I have, throughout my entire, here comes the everybody cue the violins, through my entire life, I've always been the big girl. I've always been the biggest one out of the group of my friends. And my mom was just like, well, that's just how you are, and it's never going to change, and this and that. And I was like, okay, great. So how are we going to get through the rest of life? Fantastic. Right. And so even in dance spaces, it was always really hard because I grew up doing like such crazy, strict dancing with like a lot of ballet training, and I obviously do not have a ballet body. And so it was hard growing up and being like that, being singled out a lot because I looked a little bit different. But as even when I entered the burlesque space, the first troupe, I guess, that I started dancing with before Ginger was even a thing, I was dancing with another troupe, and like it was only 5 girls, and I was the plus size girl, and everybody would come up to me after the shows and be like, you are so brave. You're so brave. It's so cool seeing, and like I know they mean it, like they mean well or whatever,
Right.
but like that's just really crazy to hear after you take all your clothes off on stage and somebody comes up to you and you're like, wow, I could never do that. I could never do something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, great, thank you. So when I started performing as Ginger, like by myself, I would always wear a corset no matter what, and I would never take it off, which is okay. And if you do that, that's totally okay. You do you. I did that for a while. But I'm like a dancer, do a lot of choreography and a lot of crazy dancing, splitting, dropping, flipping, bucking, twirling for the girls, and the gays. Um, and so I was finding that like, yeah, I was like cinched and I felt a little bit more comfortable, but like I couldn't move at all, and I wasn't putting out what I wanted to like put out. So one day, before one of the Star Search finales, my burlesque bag was stolen out of my car. Um, and I was like, somebody broke into my car, and they were like, oh, the window is broken. I said, no, I probably just left it unlocked. And somebody went in and took my bag. And so that had all of my corsets in it. Um, so I honestly kind of think of it as a blessing, because that night I had to go on and perform without my corsets, and I felt insane, and I felt like I looked a mess, and I felt like just so uncomfortable and gross. But I was like, I can move and I can
you were
do,
free.
I can, yeah, I can kind of, so I kind of felt freed from that. So I don't, or I've tried to take my corsets off from now on, if it's not like a stylistic thing.
Right.
Which actually the number that I'm traveling around with, this year I like take my corset off and I am immediately the most naked I've ever been in my life because I always like to wear the high-waisted panties and like, but
Yeah.
I got me a little tiny pair of Victoria's Secret panties and slap some rhinestones on and I'm like, wow, I feel fucking naked as fuck right now on this stage. That's crazy. I look naked. So that is really exciting to like be accepted into all these festivals now with the body that I have, and people are just like not even giving a shit
Yeah.
and are like, oh, your performance is why I'm accepting you and not that you have a certain type of body or you look a certain
Right.
type
Yeah.
of way, which is crazy and new. So that has definitely made me feel a lot more comfortable, I guess.
That's very cool. So one of the things I've always loved about burlesque is the community of burlesque is a very welcoming, accepting. At least it has been in my personal experience. What small thing brings you joy?
What small thing brings me joy? Forgot about that one. um what small things bring me joy? I love I oh, here we go. Okay, edit
Okay,
that out.
you got it. You got it.
What
We
small
got it.
thing brings me joy? So I love living in Savannah. I
Mm-hmm.
love living here. But I have been struggling with it lately because I'm ready to move on to, say, the next chapter, perhaps, of my life and my career outside of burlesque. So I've been struggling a little bit like with like kind of being present here.
Mm-hmm.
But a little thing that brings me joy is sometimes when the weather is just right and it's like in the 70s and the sun is out and I'm driving down Drayton Street in particular.
Mm-hmm.
Drayton Street on the what direction is it? On the right side of the park if you're going down Drayton Street. Um and just like looking at the park and like the sun is shining a certain way and you're just like, "Oh, I live in a beautiful place." And I think that could go for like anywhere people live when you kind of take for granted
Sure.
the
Yeah.
beauty of the of right where you are right now and not where you'll be in like 3 weeks or whatever, but just kind of find the beauty of the moment that you're in right now. I sound like a fucking self-help book, but honestly, my
It's
life,
true though.
the mid-20s, your mid-20s friends, you know,
I don't remember my
it's a
mid-20s.
it's just one big self-help book of trying to figure out what the fuck is going on.
That's valid.
And I heard that it doesn't stop, so fantastic.
It doesn't. What are you most proud of?
Wow. Um, I was actually saying this to my mom the other day. I am the most proud of where I am in like my performance persona place right now.
Right.
I am really, really proud of what I have built myself up to, and this is only like the beginning. But I'm so proud of myself that like I have trouble, as do a lot of people, like I have trouble with finding something and seeing it through. I have a lot of started project ADHD people, like,
Yeah.
I will start something and not follow through with it. But the fact that I am reaching these goals and the fact that I started from essentially nobody and have sort of built this uh relationship between me and dance and me and my community and me and the community at large, and I'm like sort of slowly trying to build all of these relationships, and the fact that I'm still motivated to keep going,
Right.
I'm really proud of, especially because now I feel like, and I don't want to like stand up on my soapbox or like sit on my high horse or whatever other metaphor that is, but I feel like I've become a figure, or I hope that I've become a figure in this particular community that people see as um not an elder, but just like as a teacher and
Right.
as maybe like a mentor or as like some kind of inspiration. Like, and I don't mean to say that as like I hope people see me and are inspired by me, but like I hope that people think that I'm somebody that they can ask questions
Yeah.
to and learn from. I'm doing my first class next Thursday,
Yeah.
and there are so many people that signed up that have never even touched a stage, that have never even barely even looked at a stage before.
Yeah.
And there are so many people that were in my DMs that were concerned, like, I don't want to take my clothes off, and like I just want to, and I was like, it's a movement class, dog, like it's okay. Like, and I think, I'm just proud of probably mostly where I am within this community, and knowing that I have the trust of a lot of people and a lot of new performers, and that makes me feel really good.
Yeah. That's an excellent answer. What are
Correct me if
you
I'm wrong. Comment down below if you think.
what are you currently grateful for?
What am I currently grateful for? First and foremost, I am grateful for performance wise. I'm grateful for all of my fantastic mentors that have helped me get to the place where I am. Mostly it is going to be Rita DeLavaine, who is out of Tulsa, Oklahoma now. They used to live here, and that is where we met, and we they just sort of we just sort of kind of connected with each other, and they always will say, I'm not your mom, I'm not your burlesque mom, because when I met you, you knew exactly what the fuck you were doing. I'm your burlesque auntie, so I call her auntie. I call them auntie. And so grateful for them, because they don't like to take a lot of credit for, what I got going on, and they are right. I built this up, by myself, but there are just certain things that like I know I could always go to them for.
Yeah.
And I know that even like emotionally they're there, and performance wise they're always there, and they will answer any question that I have, and they are just sort of always there to support me because they see something in me, and that feels special to me. Always feels special when so you feel like somebody sees something in you that you might not see in yourself.
Yes.
I'm grateful for them first and foremost. And outside of burlesque, I'm grateful for my roommate and my best friend. Um they go by the performer professional name of Daisy, and she is the best person in my life that I probably will ever know for the rest of my life. Me as a 25-year-old. Everybody's watching this like seriously, everybody knows that one friend in their life. Everybody has that one friend in their life that they are just like, this person sees me
Right.
for exactly who I am. It can be hard as a performer sometimes to make friendships outside of performing where you don't feel like you are like on or like doing a thing, because even though my performance persona isn't too far off from just who I am every day, sometimes when you're in like social settings, at least for me personally, I like catch myself being like, you're like on right now, like
Yeah, like take it.
you can roll your shoulders back and like it's okay. um so that can like create feelings of like people don't see past what's here. And Daisy has always been the person that has never misunderstood anything. I'm an over explainer. I'm afraid everything I say is going to be misconstrued. I think everybody's mad at me all the time. But she's just that person in my life that I just know is always looking out for me, always has my best interests at heart, and is always there for the crash out, and is never annoyed at the crash out, and yells at me for apologizing for the crash out.
Nice.
Even though I'm genuinely sorry about the crash out. It's okay.
Okay, so last part of the poll.
I'm getting closer to the bottom.
Here at the base. What should everyone know about you?
Everyone should know about me that I am not this like big scary demon person. Okay? Not that anybody has ever painted me to be that way, but I know that every time I'm one of those people that every time I meet somebody, they like act completely normal. And then when we get close and we become friends, they're like, the first time I met you, I was terrified of you and I didn't want to come up to you or talk to you or say anything to you. And I was why? I am literally the goofiest, dumbest, just like ball of love and kindness. Me trying to believe myself. No, seriously. I'm a very approachable and nice person, and I don't know where. I guess I have RBF. Maybe. Do you think I have RBF?
No, I don't think so.
Fantastic. It's because I'm always smiling when I'm looking at you.
No.
But yeah, people say that they're intimidated by me all the time, and that is so crazy because I am a fucking loser. So, um, just roll up to me. I write Abbott Elementary fan fiction on Tumblr. Like I'm a fucking loser. I'm a loser. I'm a nerd. Please come talk to me. I'm here, and that just connects with me saying that I just want to be viewed as like a teacher to everybody, and like, just like the cool teacher.
Be approachable.
Yeah. Approachable. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like just come say hi.
All right. Now we come to the most important part of the Marty Show.
We come finally.
Yes. Well, depending on the answer to this question. This is what I call the ego boost.
Okay.
How much do you love me?
Where's my camera again? Look straight down here. Right
here. Sorry, I know there's a lot here, but yeah.
There's at least like 3 cameras in here. You guys don't even realize the setup. So, Marty, look at me. I love you so much. You are the only man that besides my father that I will ever love. Because I'm gay, first of all, but second of all, because I love you to death. We met doing a Savannah Cabaret show, the Christmas show, where Marty was playing Santa. But
you get to a certain age.
I saw you first when you were like hosting, I think for the Hoedown or something. And I was like, oh, this guy's funny. It's like, sometimes you get those comedians, you get those white guy comedians where you're like, oh, everybody hold on to the fucking bottoms of the chairs because what are they about to say? What are they gonna say? What do they have to say? Okay. But I just was like, oh my god, this is the funniest guy ever. And then when we met, doing that Christmas show, we sort of discovered that unfortunately when we start vamping and when we start riffing off each other, we could do it for fucking hours. So bad that other people in the cast were like, hey, can you guys shut the fuck up for a second? Can we do the scene real quick? So I love you to death. I think you're the funniest guy ever. And I just love you. I don't know. I feel like a I don't want to say like a brotherly vibe.
Like a cool uncle.
I guess actually you're one of very few people, and I can count on probably maybe my one hand, that has ever seen me cry.
Oh. Wow.
So
I was also the one who made her cry. It was a bad joke, and I apologize for it later.
So no, that's actually Marty doesn't tell bad jokes.
No. The last part of the show is just telling people how they can find you, whether you have anything coming up or just where people can find out what's going on with you so that they can come and see you, who are an amazing performer, so full of energy, just stunning performer. So tell them where they can see you.
All right. Well, my social medias on Instagram and TikTok, I am at Miss Ginger Darlin, no G at the end, Darlin. So I'm usually posting some fuck shit on my Instagram story. I don't know. I love to post there.
The fuck shit.
Yeah. I, locally right now, I'm not doing a whole lot. Our gay club is in the process of moving.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I found most of my gigs to be at.
Sure.
So, I'm really proud of our queer community, our drag community in particular, finding a lot of new opportunities to perform throughout the city. It is a little more difficult with the burlesque community because there is inherent sexuality
Right.
with what we do. So we live in the South and it's a little harder to find places to perform. So we are actively working on trying to create some more burlesque spaces. While Club One is moving over to its new place. But I will say that in July, the weekend of the 15th, 16th, that weekend, I will be back in Denver. I was just in Denver for the Mile High Burlesque Festival, and I will be back in Denver in July, for the Colorado Burlesque Festival
Nice.
at the Orient Theater. Very, very excited about that. Denver was the shit. I loved it. I loved every second of being in Denver. And then, like I said before, in August, the weekend, the 13th, 14th, 15th, I will be in Cleveland, Ohio. Before I am in Cleveland, Ohio, though, I will be at Cedar Point. You already fucking know the vibes. Where there's a roller coaster, I'm gonna sit on it. And I'll be in Cleveland that weekend for the Ohio Burlesque Festival. Fantastic. My birthday weekend. Everybody go ahead and jot that down on your calendars right now. It's gonna be Saturday, August 15th. And I am expecting a DM. And if I don't get one, we can't talk anymore.
Sad. Don't let that happen to you.
I know. Don't send me a digital card from a random number this year.
So that's make sure you're following Miss Ginger Darlin on all social media, so you can keep up on all the amazing shows that she is doing, and all the amazing shows that are going to be coming up that you can see regardless. So until then, that's the end of this episode of the Marty Show. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you,
Miss Ginger Darlin.
Thank you.
And until next time, fix your hearts or die.